Hey, Trillion Dollar Man here to share a couple of ideas with you about making a lot of money with penny stocks. Look, one of the things we talk about is the importance of having that 100x CEO. If you want to have a 100-bagger stock, you want to have a 10-bagger stock, you got to have that 10-bagger, 100-bagger CEO, right? It's absolutely critical. One of my pet peeves when it comes to CEOs is these guys who like to play a lot of golf, okay? Golf and exponential growth, explosive growth, 100-bagger, 10-bagger, they're not compatible. They're not compatible because, during the period, and I talk about the 10-bagger window, during that period where a company can really scale and go up, 10x, 20x, 50x, it's a 12 to 18 month window. It's not a big window, right? And during that moment, during that time, you got to be going max out. You got to be going 100% focused on the business, focused on the stock. You got to be executing. You got to be promoting the stock. You got to be going full out, right? You cannot be playing golf at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You can't be doing that, especially. I mean, if you're on the East Coast, especially, because that means you're taking the day off during market hours. I mean, it's not excusable unless you have you're meeting some major client. It's not excusable. Okay, you can play golf on the weekends. You have clients that want to meet you, play golf on the weekends, no problem. Okay, don't do it during market hours on the shareholder's dime, because look, you're a CEO of a public company. You are working for the shareholders. That's right. You're an employee, and you should not be playing golf, slacking off, taking off 6 hours in the middle of the day on the shareholders' dime. Now, here's the crazy thing, right? I'm seeing a guy who approached me about a year ago who wanted me help promoting a stock. I was impressed because he actually was referred to me by somebody I respect a lot and in the market. And I sent over a proposal. The guy ended up going with one of our copycats, and the stock hasn't done anything. But here's the crazy thing: I see this guy on social media, on Twitter. He's tweeting about the play. He's posting like every other post is him playing golf. And I'm just curious. Look at the timeline. They're all in the middle of the week. They're in the middle of the week. The guy's in Florida in the middle of the week on the East Coast. He's taking off time during the week to play golf, and his stock price is going to new lows. Now, and the crazy thing is this: it gets even better. On his social media account, right? He's basically every other post is him complaining about the stock price, why the stock is undervalued, and the great things, everything, all this bullshit, right? The usual bullshit. My stock is undervalued. Everything is great. And every other post is either that or him playing golf, pictures of him playing golf. Look, and by the way, this is not, if you're running a tech business, you're doing M&A roll-ups, this is not the time to be playing golf, okay? This is the time to be hunkering down, to be executing, okay? Believe me, if you're doing roll-ups right now, all these tech companies, I can't imagine how you have time to be playing golf in the afternoon. Now, they call me the $1 trillion man. I've helped create over $1 trillion in wealth for shareholders in the last 25 years, helping countless stocks, become 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x winners. Too many doubles and triples to count. And again, $1 trillion in wealth, it adds up, right, for shareholders. In the oldest time, I have never seen all these companies. I've never seen any CEO that's ever created any serious success that was playing golf in the afternoon, especially on the East Coast. In California, you can kind of get away with it, after market hours, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, it's possible. I sometimes I play golf, in the week after the market hours, no problem. But you can't do that when you're running what is ostensibly, theoretically, a business that should be in hyper growth mode, right? If you're claiming the stock is undervalued, all this great stuff, by the way, what is this guy doing to promote the stock? I don't see him doing anything effective. I mean, he had, I showed him a very effective program that's, consistently delivered results, which is, of course, Wall Street. Now, I'm biased, of course. It's the Wall Street Reporter program. We've had 9.5 stocks that went up between 10x and 50x more than anybody else. I mean, it's incredible. And this is just in the last 2 years. I mean, forget about the last whatever. You know, this guy is basically, you know, complaining, whining about a stock being undervalued, playing golf. Again, I don't want to see any CEOs playing golf. As soon as I hear about golf, forget about it. You know, about 2 years ago, another CEO contacted me. He wanted to work with Wall Street Reporter, and you know, we started talking. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm taking lessons at this pro in the area. You know, I was supposed to, you know, this great guy, whatever it is." And I'm like, you know what? this is not for me. Because look, this guy basically is like a serious player, right? He's talking about, you know, training, you know, a couple times a week. And again, this is also in I think this guy was in the Miami area. You can't be playing golf and running a 100x type of company. The two are not compatible. So bottom line is, if you're an investor, you see this type of stuff, it's a major red flag. If you're the CEO of a public company, you're watching this, here's a hint: don't post about your golf games. Don't talk about your golf games. Keep it secret. Look, maybe you're a drug addict. Maybe you're doing coke. By the way, I'd rather have a CEO doing coke, doing speed, whatever it is, you know, drugs which cause, you know, performance, than playing golf. Because at least I know the guy will, you know, produce some sort of results, right? I mean, that's, you know, I mean, I'm not saying somebody should do that. You know, it's probably not healthy. I would never do it, but, you know, if you got to do what you got to do to produce those results, all I want is that stock to go to 100x, right? I really don't care what you do the rest of your time. So anyway, look, let me know what you guys think of that. See you on our next live stream.